Hi everyone, John here from Bite Size Digital. Welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for coming. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Dream 100. So we're really going to spend some time talking about the first and most crucial steps of the Dream 100. But to just take a few steps back, we'll explain a little bit about the Dream 100. This is a marketing and sales strategy that was put together by Chet Holmes a long time ago and really refined over the last 10 years or so by Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels and Dana Derricks, who has even a Dream 100 book. So when we talk about the Dream 100, it's basically a list of 100 people that you can have that you would like to work with, develop a deeper relationship with from a business perspective, on collaborating or getting in front of their audience, or any faction of how you would like to work with somebody. You build out this list and you can rank people. We use a ranking system, so from 1 to 10. So under 5 would be people with around the same influence as you or a little bit less. 6s and 7s, I like to say, are like local or regional celebrities. 8s and 9s are going to be national celebrities, and 10s are going to be just crazy. So a majority of your list, like half of your list, should be 5s and below. They're going to be the people that you can kind of have a lot of connection with, a lot of relationships with, and they're going to be easier to get in front of. 6s and 7s, you can have maybe like 10 or 15 of them. Same thing with 8s and 9s, 10 or 15 of them. And then even your 10s, you're going to have maybe like 10 of them at the most. So again, you could probably go like 60 people for your 0 to 5. And you can break them down by like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and kind of section those out. Maybe you'll have some from each. So the goal of this is to find a better way or an easier way to get in touch with people than traditional forms of sales or networking. So being an introvert, I have a really hard time going to networking events, so I have a harder time meeting people to get the relationship started. I'm fine one-on-one or fine once I get in there, but I have a really hard time just getting out. I get anxiety and it's exhausting. So this is a way to kind of dig in and find different options to get in touch with people. So we're going to talk today about how to make first contact. So for me, first contact could be one of two things. It could be you already met them and now you're going to do your first follow-up contact, or it could be how do I just try to get in touch with these people. So for anybody above a 5, if you're going to be trying to get in touch with them, the best thing to do is to become a client of theirs. Buy their product or service. Try out if it's an author, buy their book and then read it, right? So become a customer. If it's somebody like Russell Brunson or Dana Derricks or somebody who has a course, buy their course. If it's a competitor of yours, but you would like to work with them, try their service out. Do some secret shopper stuff, right? The best way to get in touch with people is just spend money, and then you're going to become a client. It's automatically a little easier to get in touch with them. So first contact for those people could be to reach out on social media, right? It's a kind of a shallow way to do it. I don't love it, but it's a good way to follow them on social media or just kind of buy some of their stuff. 5s and under, you want to make a much more direct contact. So what I like to do is try to send some type of gift initially after you meet them. It could be anything, but really kind of bring it in so that it's something that you do and it's something that they do. So I like to read. So one of the things that I do is I'll ask people if they like to read when we meet or have lunch or coffee, and then I'll send them a book. But here's the trick when you're doing the Dream 100. It can't just be some robotic machinery thing that you do, like sending people a postcard or sending a lot of people send thank you letters now, right? Don't just send a thank you letter, write a thank you letter out. It's really nice to get a thank you letter sometimes. But this is taking it even a step further. If you're going to send a book or a bottle of wine or coffee or whatever it is that kind of feeds your kind of passion and maybe that you have in common with them, so it kind of feeds their passion, ship the book to your house. Buy the book at Barnes & Noble, right? And then write a note inside or put a card inside. That kind of makes it a little more of a personal connection. Same thing with wine. If you buy somebody a bottle of wine, you can write a little, get little wine stickers for the back or wherever on the wine if you don't want to block the wine. And then write a little note to them. Hey, it was really great to meet you. I'd love to kind of take a next step or meet again or do whatever it is we're going to do. Remember, building these relationships is a lot like dating, right? So we equate those to steps of human intimacy. So we're really trying to get past the first date into a relationship. So we're trying to go out again. So what do? You follow up, right? We don't want to be annoying, just like dating. We don't want to follow up every day or send them a lot of texts or phone calls or emails or anything like that. We just want to be proactive. So make sure you have a second step set up. So if you're going to send them a book, here's this book I really thought it'd be great for you. Do you have some time in the next few weeks to catch up again, right? Or put something on the calendar again. Try to get in front of them again. And for 5s and up, really just try to make an impact, right? So thank you so much. I read your book. It was really impactful. This is why it was impactful. And you can even send them a thank you note. Sometimes it's not going to get directly to the person. You could send it via social or whatever, but just keep trying to get those touch points in. And the same thing with your 5s or below. It's the same thing, right? Just because they're more easily accessible, schedule more calls. That's how you get to know somebody better. And you might get 2 or 3 calls in or 2 or 3 meetings in, and they may not be a good fit for your Dream 100. That's why it's so important to keep these relationships going. So those are my first steps for doing anything. Instead of the traditional texting and emailing on LinkedIn, make it a little more special. And you can come up with, again, I really kind of don't make this a branding trick, right? Don't make this where you're going to buy pens or squishy balls and you're going to send them something that has your logo on it. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to make this a real serious connection. Again, don't buy 50 books and send everybody the same books, or 50 bottles of wine, send everybody the same bottle of wine. Really kind of take a minute and think about these things. You wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. So take your time, really plan out your steps when you're doing the Dream 100. And if you'd like to learn more about the Dream 100, we're going to have more videos on that. You could also shoot me an email at jp@bitesizedigital.com. That's BYTESIZE digital.com. And we're happy to talk to you more about the Dream 100. Thanks so much, and hopefully you have a great day. Thanks.